Marshmallow Fanboy back with another action figure review. This time of 2 figures from the Mindless One Build-A-Figure wave, and one from the Spider-Man no, that's not Build-A-Figure. It's from Spider-Man Retro wave. And the interesting thing about this is that these guys all belong in a storyline together. Daredevil and Elektra at some point took over a faction of the Hand and turned them into the Fist. Sort of their own army of ninjas. It's kind of a if you can't beat them, join them thing. Daredevil looks like this. He recently went to prison. He sort of accepted responsibility for a death that he thought that he could have prevented, or that, he just believes in the law, so he went to jail. Elektra took over for him as Daredevil. And so these figures go together. These figures are from the same storyline, from the same period of time. And that time was only 1 or 2 years ago. It was fairly recent, before they relaunched Daredevil again for the, 83rd time. I think it's on issue number 3 again. But the previous iteration of Daredevil was a really, really well told. It was a lot of fun. It was good stories. And one of the things I like about the Fist Ninja is that hooded skull. There was an issue, and I'm pretty sure it was G.I. Joe, where there was like a kind of a hooded figure, like a death figure, on the cover with like an M16 just mowing down whatever. It was a Mike Zeck cover. I can't remember if it was G.I. Joe or if it was Captain America. It was probably G.I. Joe. Anyway, it would take a little bit of paint to turn him sort of gray and give him an M16, and then you could put him on the cover of your own photo shoot. So I got 2 Fist Ninjas. I paid $25 each for them at TC Rockets in San Diego. I decided to get them because I wanted to do this review, and I had Daredevil and Elektra, and I thought, I don't want to wait. I'll just get them. $25 each. I paid full price for the whole thing. So I'm kind of ashamed. I usually wait. I usually have a little more patience. My train of thought on this was that if I go in and I spend less on comics, I can buy an action figure instead. So that's what I did. So here we go. The Fist Ninja, of course, comes with an arm to build the Mindless One. Daredevil comes with no parts to build the Mindless One. That's fine. I'm not interested in building the Mindless One. It also has a lot of figures I'm not interested. The Midnight Suns Iron Man Blade. I have the Blade from the Marvel Knights series. The one with... I think it was a Man-Thing Build-A-Figure. So I have that one. Lady Bullseye, not really sure who she is, not interested. Luke Cage Power Man. I'm pretty sure I have Modern Power Man. He's cool. The Fist Ninja. Clea I want. Clea is sold out on Amazon.com, and Clea is sold out at TC Rockets. I never saw Clea. And of course, Daredevil I already have. So let's see. Side art is very cool. I'll leave that sideways a little bit. So that's what it looks like sideways for Daredevil as well. It has cool card art on the back. And of course, all the same stuff that the Hand Ninja has. Elektra Nachios, Daredevil. It's very cool. Just looks really amazing. Let's see. Then on the back, bigger picture, bigger write-up. No artwork. This is the actual figure being shown on the back, which is too bad because, some of this art, killer art on the back would have been very cool, but that's super cool. I'm very happy to be getting, even though they're in separate waves, the Daredevil and Elektra from that story arc is very cool to have. It's like I said, it's a very recent storyline. It's very unusual that we get characters in that kind of turnaround where all of a sudden we're getting these characters that go into this specific storyline. Because I don't know if Elektra Nachios is still Daredevil at this point, and Daredevil has changed back to his original costume, and he shaved the beard and everything. So I don't think he's head of the Fist anymore. I'm not sure what happened to the Fist. I haven't read the last 2 trade paperbacks of that storyline, so I can't tell you what happens. But it has been fun so far. It has been cool seeing Elektra not kill anybody. Just kind of go, Matthew thinks it's bad, so I'm not going to kill anybody. But oh my God, do I want to? So it was a good story. If you could seek it out, it was 1 or 2 years ago. It's a great storyline, and it's a lot of fun. And I can't wait to break open these characters and take a closer look. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, now that they're all out of the package, let's take a closer look at the Fist Ninjas, Daredevil, Elektra as Daredevil, and another Fist Ninja. Now, you tell that the Fist Ninja and Daredevil are all sharing one color palette. Daredevil is wearing roughly the same uniform as the Fist Ninja. I posed them like wide out, so now I'm like knocking them over and stuff. But it's the same sort of gray. His is a little bit of darker gray. The kind of same pants and everything. Elektra has the same style of pants, but where it's kind of, this is kind of a light gray, this is a dark gray, and this is black. So it sort of gradates from dark gray to black on the uniforms. Very cool. Let's go over the Fist Ninja first. He was definitely super interesting to take out and play with. I put the skull head on this one. It's very cool. So let's see. Let's get a better, closer look at some of the accessories. Everything that you see here is from the Fist Ninja. Each one of them come with these 2 weapons. They're plain on the top, but they have a little bit of detail on the handles. No wash on the handles, but very nice. Both of them come with alternate portraits. They both come with this head attached, and this head can be popped off and replaced. Has kind of the blank eyes, and of course you can replace that with the skeleton head. You can move that just a little bit. I think. See if you can take that out, and you can totally take that skull out. I think. Yeah, you can see the top of the head there. I won't do it, so I don't know if I ever get it back in. But the jaw is a little bit articulated. The mouth is open. I don't think you can permanently close it, but you can say, "Enjoy your toys." Sorry about that. That was dumb. Okay. See, this head, I don't think moves around in the hood at all. It might. You might have to add some hot water to get rid of some of the glue, or maybe not finished on top, but maybe that head comes out. In any case, they all come with this head on, but they all have this head. Each of them also come with the mindless one's left arm. And of course I have 2 Fist Ninjas, so I have 2 left arms and 2 fists, alternate hands for the mindless one. So I'll put all of that over here. Each one of them came with 2 fists attached. Let me move that back up. It came with 2 fists attached to them. I took off both the fists on this to replace them with 2 open hands. And I replaced 1 open hand over here. But the other hands are just, there's 2 pairs of hands for each one of them. 2 open hands for weapons. And 2 closed fists for, punching. So, let's go over the articulation. Little bit of head up. Little bit of head down. Not a lot. 0 side to side on the skull head. On the non-skull head, let's see. Man, no head up. No head down. And no side to side. You're just going to get standard turning for this one and for the skull head. Butterfly joints, bicep swivel, double pin elbows, wrist hinge, wrist swivel, mid-torso rocker, ball hinge legs, thigh swivel, double pin legs, boot swivel, ankle hinge, ankle rocker, and that is the Fist Ninja. So let's take a closer look at Daredevil. First, let's take the weapons out of his hand. I'm not sure what this is called. It's very cool. Double-bladed weapon. One blade, of course, points this way. One points that way. So if you're kind of spinning it around, both blades are facing the correct direction for maximum slicing. It's got that Daredevil red, and it's got a split in the middle where I have the feeling that this post maybe had the blades inside, and maybe this is that fully deployed. So I don't think it's correct that he's holding both of them. He should be holding one or the other. I'm not sure. It could be that he adopted this weapon, but that he had this weapon on him also if he wanted to not do a ton of damage. The plastic is kind of the standard Marvel Legends kind of flexy. This is solid enough that I don't think it would start drooping over time. But if you stored it in a plastic bag or something, definitely permanently bend. And that thing's got to be a pain in the butt to straighten out. The Billy Club, on the other hand, kind of came already bent. It was sort of already kind of in a mess. It came into two separate parts, which he can hold. He could probably even obscure the little post from that side. And of course, both of those go right into his pouch. Just like that. I think this one comes out just a little bit so that they're even and they look really good. Mine has a little bit of scuffing here on the side, or maybe that's weathering. Nothing else is weathered though, so I feel like this is definitely scuffing, but I'll take those out. See, looks really good. I love the kind of the mask part being down, the part that Elektra has up. I'm not sure what this is called, the neck piece, but I like it. It's got the traditional Daredevil costume with the horns, but he's got the beard. This guy's been through it, you know. He's fresh out the pen, you know. Sorry, I just always have wanted to say fresh out the pen. And now I have. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Butterfly joints. I don't think this is... Maybe there's butterfly joint in there. Let's test out the head first. No head up. Just a tiny bit of head down. Little bit of side to side. A little more expressiveness. Pretty good wingspan on him. No butterfly joint that I can see. Bicep swivel. Double elbow. Wrist hinge. Wrist swivel. Ab crunch. Waist swivel. Ball jointed legs. Thigh swivel. Double knees. This piece sort of slides down for the knee, but if you put it together, you can see it's part of the baggy knee, which is really cool. It probably looks a little weird like this because it looks like it's broken, but it is not. Ankle joint and ankle rocker. And that is Daredevil, which leaves one character left. Elektra Nachos as Daredevil. First, she comes with two size. Of course, standard with any Elektra figure. This one's interesting because the hand is perfectly suited for the sai. It's the kind of hand that allows her to hold it right in between two of her fingers. And that looks amazing because it snaps right in, and then it just looks amazing from every angle. First, the sculpting on this is wonderful. There's a lot of stuff. The head has the kind of the ponytail with the braid that leads to another sort of wild, unkempt tuft of hair. It has the scarf that comes down, the waist sash, which is free floating over the torso. There's no waist swivel, but it's nice. It kind of covers up the mid torso. It has a kind of free flowing feeling, and it's out of the way for posability. And of course, the legs, of course, are that puffy sort of going down to more refined, just like the ninjas and just like Daredevil himself in this version of the character. She's got of course, kind of the red wraps around her wrist, around her biceps, around they're not really boots, they're kind of, or maybe they are, but they're wraps around there too, I think. They look like wraps. They're very clean and very well spaced and everything, but I think they're supposed to be sort of red wraps. So let's go through the articulation. Maybe a little head up. No head down. She gets side to side only because the scarf is out of the way. Ooh, without the scarf, she gets lots of articulation. Side to side, lots of up, lots of down. Really nice. And I'm guessing you could do the same thing with Daredevil if you just take this part off. I guess, oh no, that part is molded. Oh yeah, that part doesn't move at all. Okay, never mind. Just Elektra. Great wingspan for Elektra. Bicep swivel. Double elbow. Wrist hinge. Wrist swivel. Mid-torso rocker. Ball-jointed legs. Thigh swivel. Double knee. Boot swivel. Ankle hinge. And ankle rocker. And that is Elektra Nachos as Daredevil. So it's a really super cool set. It's the fist ninjas that Daredevil was running. It's the uniform Daredevil was using right after he got out of prison to complement, I don't know if it was to complement Elektra's costume, but Elektra decided that she would protect the streets in Matt Murdock's stead as Daredevil so that the Hell's Kitchen wouldn't be without a Daredevil. And that was the costume she wore, and it's a really recent costume, and so is the Daredevil one. It's really cool. I'm pretty sure the fist ninjas are just hand ninjas with different paints and a skull head, but man, is that skull head welcome. And as a side note, I totally took one of the skulls out of the hood so that I could have it separate. And I think it's just super cool. It has a little bit of a little paint wash, makes it look a little dirty, a little maybe, yeah, a little gross. Love the paint on this. Love everything about these figures, man. I don't even care if it's reuse. I get a skull out of it, and that's pretty cool. And I get Daredevil and Elektra from a recent run of a comic book series that I really enjoyed. So I'm additionally happy. And I loved adding these to my collection, and I hope that you do as well. And until next time, enjoy your toys.